also known as Kisumu Englishman. Yesterday, we have realized that we lost an important person, and this was Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga was born on 7th of January 1945, graduated with a mechanical engineering degree from Germany in 1970. Was placed under house arrest for 7 months after being suspected of collaborating with the plotters of a failed coup attempt in 1982, charged with treason and detained without trial for 6 years. A time was there when he was arrested with Charles Rubia and Kenneth Matiba. And a time was there when he was arrested for his involvement with the Kenya Revolution Movement, an underground organization pressing for multi-party democracy. This means that Odinga, to bring changes in the country, he suffered oppression, antagonism, and malignant propaganda for many times, or labored in the vineyards of political wilderness for ages, including long stretches in detention. He was there to touch people's lives politically as a fearless and unapologetic defender and a champion of his people and a personal way of life. The death of Raila Odinga not only exacerbated the suffering of the family members, but also jeopardized political temperature of the people of Kenya and the citizens of all races. It was up to yesterday that I've realized that I was a champion of education. Was aware that education is the key to a successful future. The key elements in helping our men and women develop into their full potentials. Learning opens doors of the opportunities that are only available to those who seek it out, put their souls and hearts into it. Through education and becoming exposed to added knowledge and experiences, people can find themselves what they are best suited or most interested in doing for the rest of their lives. I felt devastated, exasperated, flustered, flurried, suddenly exhausted, and desperately tired as we were burying Raila Odinga in those sides of Siaya County in Bono. I was there. Smiling can be seen on the face, but the heart does not forget. But I'm aware that in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, from verse 1, everything happened in this world and everything happened at the right time under heaven. There's a time to be born and a time to die. There's a time to plant and a time to pull up plants. There's a time to kill and a time to heal. There's a time to destroy and a time to build. There's a time to cry and a time to laugh. There's a time to be sad and a time to dance with joy. And the same book of the Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, from verse 1, the Bible says that a good reputation is better than expensive pleasure. The time someone dies is better than the time they were born. It is better to go to a funeral than to a party because everyone must die. And the living need to remember this. May I take this opportunity to thank President William Ruto because the Lord has granted him the grace, wisdom, and strength to always recognize the need of many people, that he may bring them hope and inspire them to success and greatness. William Ruto is a testimony and an example to many presidents in this world. Through the Lord's grace and ability at work in him, he has been given opportunity to serve people in such an outstanding proficiency that those who are watching are inspired for excellence. We are there to stay in Ruto's camp until further notice, where Raila had left us. To add verisimilitude Raila Odinga is a most charismatic, proactive. Oh, Raila Odinga was the most charismatic, proactive, paradoxical, controversial, and perhaps difficult to understand. And the leadership paraphernalia was not that of chauvinistic and parochial, was not that of tribalistic, nepotistic, hooliganistic, or demagogic rhetoric, but it was there to serve Kenyans, regardless of color and even religion. A time was there when people like Babu Owino, James Orengo, Gladys Wanga, Professor Peter Jangyogo, Rosa Kinyibuyo, and the rest, when they first publicly proclaimed the supremacy of this man's national politics and the leadership qualities, they were immediately isolated and ostracized by the imperialists, by the insurgents, and by then their leadership political protagonists. Up to this juncture, let these people come together, Babu Owino, Sifuna, and the rest as ODM, so that we look for solution. We look for one person who will take that position of Raila Odinga. The death of Raila Odinga in my life, yeah, it has brought an national conundrum, dichotomy, pandemonium, abseparus, cacophonous, deleterious, injurious, macabre, and also an environmental apocalypse. Macabre is something that is frightening because it involves death or violence. Because during his lifetimes, we took pride of the expanded space for the numerous freedoms and liberty. Due to his civil activist role, he was trying to make sure that Kenya was close to being rated as a pattern of democratic fountain. Thank you.